What's up, my fellow Remnant 2 gamers? It is the Werewolf Gaming here, back with another Remnant 2 video. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe. Today, guys, I wanted to test out one of my old builds because, as many of you know, the patch was just released and the DLC just came out today as well, as of right now, of me recording this video. Alright, so there was some changes. There were quite a few buffs, and there were a good bit of nerfs as well. Critical hit builds, damage builds, guys, that was hit pretty hard. Pretty sad. You know, I enjoy those critical hit numbers, critical hit builds. So overall, one of my favorite builds that I did enjoy using a lot was the Tempest Vanquisher. And this build relied heavily on spamming your mods, you know, getting your mods back pretty quickly. Because if you don't know, guys, in the patch notes there was some changes to the Archon class as well. That class to me was all about designing and helping you get your mods back pretty quickly. So the nerf, you know, to that class to me really, you know, I really didn't know how it was going to play out. So I decided to test the build out to see if it's still going to be viable and to see could you use it on the new DLC on Apocalypse difficulty. With that being said, so I started off this video. I wanted to showcase this build, the Tempest Vanquisher build that I plan on using through my entire playthrough on Apocalypse on the new DLC. And just to see how good it is. And so I wanted to show you two boss fights, and then, guys, we'll give you a little glimpse of the build for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it or maybe new to the channel. And then after that, you know, I will show you a little bit of gameplay of the new DLC of me using this particular build to play through some of it. So guys, after I go over the build breakdown, if you don't want any spoilers, I advise you to leave after the build breakdown. Not going to say a whole lot about the build breakdown, guys. Like I said, this isn't a new build, but there was a good bit of nerfs. So I wanted to see this build work, and I am going to be testing out some of my other older builds as well. But overall, you know, it's just going to take a little bit longer to kill some of these bosses. So it was a significant nerf with the changes to the mutators and just critical hit damage overall. But you're still able to kill these bosses, guys, and you're just going to take a little bit longer. So you're going to have to, you know, these fights, in my opinion. Now, I don't know how the new weapons are going to perform or the new items that's going to bring these builds back up to par. But as of right now, me playing, testing it out, you're still able to kill them pretty quickly, but it's just not. It's going to take a little bit longer. So again, the Tempest Vanquisher build, check it out on my channel if you haven't seen the full build breakdown. I will show a glance of it, like I said earlier, if you haven't seen this build. And it is great, especially if you planning on using this, you plan on playing the new DLC on Apocalypse difficulty. This is a build that does decent damage and has lots of survivability because you're getting a lot of life steal back. And as you can see in the video, I will be getting my mods back pretty quickly as well. So overall, it's still doing pretty good. You know, I can't say I'm disappointed in the nerfs. I am a little bit because, you know, overall, guys, in games that are PvE, I do prefer to, you know, leave them alone if it's not breaking the game. But, you know, things need to be changed sometimes to help change, to keep things fresh. So I understand, you know, what took place. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, guys, and I will go over a little bit of build breakdown for those who may be new to the channel. And then after that, I advise you to leave if you don't want any spoilers, but I'm not going to be showing much of the new DLC, guys. I do plan on taking my time, playing through it slowly, because if you don't know, when you do start that DLC for the first time, you get one shot to go at it. You can get all the items within it if you play through it, but if you beat the DLC without obtaining all those items, guys, you will have to keep re-rolling to try to obtain those things that you may have missed. So I just want to take my time, and when I do get those new items, guys, I will definitely bring you new builds that are very fun and enjoyable to play with. But that being said, guys, I want to thank everyone who has continued to support me on the channel, those new to the channel, and those who always take that time to give me the thumbs up. Alright, so here's a glance of the build real quick. As you can see, guys, the Archon class is still the primary. Now you automatically generate 15 mod power per second, and casting a mod doubles this value for 10 seconds. Still using Chaos Gate. They did nerf this a good bit as well. It conjures a 7 meter aura basically, guys. And when you're inside of it, you gain 0.7% damage dealt, and you receive 0.3% damage dealt. Well, taken to you, it stacks up to 50 times. So you get up 30% bonus in damage, 35% I want to say in bonus damage, and lasts for 10 seconds. It still works pretty good, so I advise you still want to use it. Now the Reality Ruin, they did change that a little bit. I do believe you get some mod generation when you use that. As far as my secondary class that I still using on this build is the Hunter, with the Hunter's Focus and Hunter's Mark. Use whichever one works best for you. Guys, the critical hit chance and I believe critical hit damage was nerfed a lot. So that's the only real change in this build. I've showed you this build before. Still using the Tranquil Heart for that passive regen. 15% weak spot damage, 15% range crit damage, and 10% range damage. All right, Nightfall, still amazing. Very helpful in surviving, playing on Apocalypse. Because you go in the Nightmare Realm, you get an infinite ammo, increased fire rate, and life steal. Just amazing. All right, Crow Axe, guys. If you look at the Tainted Blade, as you can see, that corrosive damage, it does look significantly lower. Can't remember what it was before, but I believe that definitely was nerfed as well. And even on the Nebula, one of my favorite handguns for dealing with ads, anything, still works pretty good though. All right, the probability core was 30%, now it's 20%. Zanus Malice was 30%. Weak spot damage, it is now 20% as well. Now they did buff this catalog's jewel ring. It was 8 mod per second, now it is 10, and they nerfed the Atomic Foe ring to 5% critical hit chance. Night Reaver's Grudge, guys, this is amazing still, but they did nerf that to 15% instead of 20%. The haste stays the same at 7%. So overall, that was the main changes. This build still works great. I suggest you use it on Apocalypse, especially playing on a new difficulty, or just anywhere within the game. All right, guys, if you're liking the content, please remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your valuable time. D Werewolf out.
Here they come. This gives me the creeps. Yeah. Faithful.